Right, let's have a look at this. So let's have a look at our learning objective, which is we are learning to analyze. So we are going to look at a paragraph and we're going to see how well we have done against the success criteria. So the success criteria is to use sophisticated connectives, use technical vocabulary, keeping it in present tense, explain something clearly, and using phrases such as during, when the, and you might be able to think of other phrases as well. Okay, I'm going to read to you now a paragraph. And I'm going to read you a second paragraph, and I want you to make your mind up. Which one do you think is the best explanation paragraph? Okay, I chose this paragraph here. And this paragraph is all about a part of the submarine called a periscope. Okay, here we go. Periscopes. Along with all the other stuff on a submarine, there is something called a periscope. This lets people in the submarine see things on top of the water. It is useful during war times and spying on people. So that's my first paragraph. Now, if I go to the next slide, my second paragraph, I'll just make it a little bit bigger so that you can see it, is again all about periscopes, but I want you to decide which one you think is the best just by looking at the success criteria. Okay, here we go. Periscopes. When a submarine dives below the surface of the water, it is almost impossible to be able to know what hazards may be lurking above. Therefore, most submarines today have been fitted with a periscope. This device can be pushed up out of the water and allows the crew on board to see obstacles such as icebergs or enemy ships. I'm going to give you a minute. Please pause the video and decide which of the two paragraphs you think is the best. You should have been given a copy of the two paragraphs by Mr. Dowman. Okay, now for your activity. Okay, what I want you to do is carefully stick the two submarine paragraphs into your literacy book. Okay? Secondly, I want you to use highlighters and I want you to annotate. Can you highlight examples of evidence of where the success criteria is on the best one that you think? So let's say, for example, you chose the first one as the best one. So you might look at it, you might go, well, one of the things it needs to have is technical vocabulary. So what you might do is you might try to locate some technical vocabulary. Now, I'm sure that you might all think that submarine is technical vocabulary. Well, it is, because it's to do with submarines, it's to do the true name of what a submarine is. So you could highlight that as evidence and you could put an arrow to it. That might be the wrong way around. It doesn't matter. And then what you can do is you can label it to show evidence. So you might go, well, I'm going to say that this over here is technical vocabulary. Okay, now obviously I can't get that box over there, so I'm just going to maybe move my arrow over to here and I've highlighted it. Submarine is technical vocabulary. Then I might look for phrases such as this: during, when the, and I'll highlight it and show evidence. So that's activity that I'd like you to have a go at. Your challenge today, though, if you manage to finish it, is have a go at writing an explanation paragraph about how the submarine dives below the water. Now, I've given you a link to the YouTube video that we watched earlier. I'd like you to have a quick watch of the beginning part. It should be able to tell you how the submarine dives below the water, and that should help you to write your paragraph. Anyway, if you have a problem, you can open up the PowerPoint which I've attached to the Google Classroom, and also you can pause the video at any point if you need to go back. Best of luck!